Most people think the new rich drive Ferraris and post poolside selfies from Bali. They're wrong. The new rich don't look rich. That's the whole point. And if you've been quietly doing certain things that feel almost boring, almost invisible, you might already be further along than you think. But here's what I need you to stay with me for. Because the signs I'm about to share with you, almost everyone gets the last three completely backwards. And that reversal is exactly why most people stay broke their whole lives, while someone next to them, in the same job, with the same salary, quietly builds a net worth that changes their family's next 3 generations. I'll get to that. But first, let me tell you about a guy named Marcus. Marcus was 31, software engineer, made $94,000 a year in Austin, Texas. By every visible measure, he looked average. Drove a 5-year-old Honda Accord, packed lunch 3 days a week, wore the same rotation of 8 shirts. His co-workers liked him, respected him, never thought much about his finances. At 34, Marcus retired from full-time work. Not because he won the lottery, not because he got a startup buyout. He retired because he had spent 3 years operating by a completely different set of rules than everyone around him. Rules that most people have never been taught. Rules that don't look impressive from the outside but build something quietly devastating over time. This video is about those rules. These are the signs you're living by them, or the signs you're about to start. Sign number 1, you've stopped performing wealth and started building it. There's a line in Morgan Housel's book, The Psychology of Money, that I think about constantly. He says, wealth is what you don't see. And that sounds simple until you realize what it actually means. The car you didn't buy. The watch you didn't buy. The vacation you took on points instead of credit. Invisible choices that compound invisibly. The new rich have discovered that spending money to look wealthy is the fastest way to not be wealthy. The people who seem richest are often the most broke. The people who seem ordinary are often the ones quietly engineering their exit. If you've started to feel less interested in status symbols and more interested in freedom, that's sign 1. You've crossed a line most people never cross. Sign number 2, your money works on weekends. Not you, your money. The average American earns money when they work. The new rich build systems where money earns money. Dividends, rental income, index fund compounding, a side product that sells while they sleep. This doesn't require millions. A 28-year-old who puts $500 a month into an S&P 500 index fund and never touches it for 30 years will have roughly $680,000 without ever getting a raise. J.L. Collins writes about this in The Simple Path to Wealth. The idea that money, once invested, becomes an employee that never calls in sick. The new rich hire this employee early. Most people fire them every time a new iPhone drops. Sign number 3. You've had the conversation most people avoid for their entire lives. You know the one. The real numbers conversation. With yourself, without flinching. What do I actually own? What do I actually owe? What does my net worth look like today, and what will it look like in 10 years if I change nothing? Most people never have this conversation. It's too uncomfortable. It feels like standing on a scale after 3 months of not going to the gym. But the new rich have this conversation monthly. They track it. They're not afraid of the number because they know the number is just a starting point, not a verdict. If you know your net worth right now to within $500 without looking it up, you're already in the top 15% of financial awareness in this country. Sign number 4, you've redefined what enough means. There's a quiet revolution happening in America, and almost nobody is writing about it. A generation of people in their late 20s and 30s is opting out of the traditional more is more framework, not because they're broke, but because they've done the math. A 33-year-old I know named Priya, product manager in Seattle, household income around $140,000, made a decision 3 years ago. She and her husband decided what their enough number was. Enough for the house they wanted. Enough for the vacations. Enough for safety. Past that number, every dollar goes straight into investments. They hit their enough number. Now they're building on top of it. That decision, choosing a ceiling on lifestyle inflation, is one of the most powerful financial moves a person can make. Lifestyle creep is what keeps high earners poor. Defining enough is what makes the new rich different. Sign number 5. Time has become more valuable to you than money. Ask someone who is broke to trade $200 for a free Saturday. Most say no. Ask someone who is new rich. They'll say yes without thinking twice. When your relationship with money shifts, your relationship with time shifts too. You start protecting your calendar like it's a financial asset, because it is. The new rich are maniacally protective of their attention, their mornings, their mental bandwidth. They outsource what they can. They say no more than they say yes. Not because they're lazy, because they've realized that every hour you reclaim is an hour you can use to build something that compounds. Sign number 6, you are more patient than almost everyone around you. The old rich inherited, the new rich wait. They wait on the car upgrade. They wait on the house upgrade. They wait on the business expansion. Not because they can't afford it, but because they've felt what patience does to a portfolio and they're addicted to the result. A 10% return doesn't sound exciting, but $10,000 at 10% per year for 20 years becomes $67,000. Add another decade, $174,000. Add another decade past that, over $450,000, all from $10,000, all from doing nothing except refusing to be impatient. The new rich have internalized this. They play a longer game than anyone around them. That's their real edge. Sign number 7. You've started investing in the only asset that never depreciates, yourself. Marcus, the engineer I told you about earlier, spent $4,000 on a data science certification the year before he hit his peak salary. $4,000 that added $18,000 to his annual income. He did the math on that ROI and never looked at money the same way again. The new rich treat their income-generating skills as the most important portfolio they own. Courses, coaches, books, therapists, mentors. These aren't expenses. They're compounding assets with returns you can actually feel in your daily life. Meanwhile, most people won't spend $30 on a book. Sign number 8, you've built a small emergency that nobody knows about. Not flashy, not bragged about, just quietly sitting there. 3 to 6 months of expenses in a high-yield savings account. This one thing changes how you walk into work every morning. When you're not desperate, you don't take bad deals. When you're not scared, you negotiate better. When you have a runway, you can walk away from things that don't serve you. Financial safety is invisible from the outside, but on the inside, it changes everything. The new rich know that the foundation of building wealth is first making sure poverty can't reach you. Sign number 9. You've stopped comparing your portfolio to other people's highlight reels. Social media has created a generation of people making financial decisions based on what other people's lives look like from the outside. Someone buys a house, you feel behind. Someone goes to Maldives, you feel behind. Someone posts their Tesla, you feel behind. The new rich have deleted that comparison software from their brain. They only compare themselves to one person, who they were 12 months ago. Are they worth more? Do they own more of their time? Are their systems stronger? That single shift, from external comparison to internal progress, is worth more than a $50,000 salary bump, because it eliminates the spending that has no ceiling and replaces it with a game you can actually win. Sign number 10, and this is the one that changes everything. You've started thinking in decades instead of months. This is the rarest sign of all. Most people think in paychecks. A lot of people think in quarters. Some think in years. But the new rich, they've zoomed all the way out, and they're making decisions today based on where they want to be in 2035. In 2040, they plant trees they'll sit under in 15 years. They build relationships they'll need in 10. They develop skills that will matter in 20. There's a version of you that exists 10 years from now that you're either building toward or drifting away from. The new rich are building. Deliberately, quietly, consistently. Here's what nobody tells you about wealth psychology. It doesn't start with money, it starts with identity. With the decision, often quiet, often made alone, often without any celebration, that you are going to be the kind of person who gets this right. Marcus made that decision at 29, in his apartment. After reading about compound interest for the third time and finally feeling it land. Maybe you're making it right now. You don't need a windfall. You don't need to be born into money. You need a different set of rules, the patience to play by them, and the willingness to look ordinary from the outside while you quietly build something extraordinary on the inside. The new rich aren't a class, they're a decision. If anything in this video felt like it was describing you, even partially, subscribe. Because we're building this whole channel around the kind of financial thinking that nobody taught us in school.